Says we're going live in a minute and 21 seconds, but we might go earlier. I don't know. Oh, we got some comments. Yeah, their comments came in, but there's only like 3 or 4.
Yep, I see the email now. I just got it this morning.
Okay, yep. Hello, Jody. Glad to have you in the house. What's up, David? Glad to have you, AZ Drone Dude. And Jack, Scott, like I told you, I couldn't because I had to get my honeydews done first. And now, let's see where we're at here. And Leonard's saying howdy. I'm glad to have you here as well, Leonard. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? I got some information about the V-Copter. And I know some people are kind of curious about it. And the sad news is it's going to get a better sensor. Let's see how many people do we actually have. We have 8 whole people here. It's actually going to get a better sensor. Oh, I'm muted. I did mute myself. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I'll scroll down a little bit further. Glad to have you here, Skyfly Network. Jackrabbit saying hi to you, Randy. Steven Drones. We're going to be talking about the V-Copter, and I've showed. Did you look? I showed you looked at it, didn't you, Randy?
The one going upside down.
The feature that we talked about with the Mavic, the new Mavic 4 Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which is okay. But the V-Copter does fly upside down. So Randy's telling everybody, hey, Skyfly saying hi to Scotty. Northside Hawk is lurking. Okay, here's what I'm curious about. If you fly a V-Copter down under, does it become an A-Copter? Okay, it was an inside joke. Never mind. Jackrabbit saying hello. Z-Copter or V-Copter? V-Copter. That's why the big V. And when I was posting this online in Facebook groups, I was posting, does anybody remember V? You had to be pretty old if you can still remember V, the original series, and then V, the final battle. Did you ever see any of those, Randy?
No.
Well, they made these like really cool sci-fi series back when we were younger, and these were like lizard people who came wearing, regular human skin suits, and what they were trying to do was harvest all the humans off the planet and load them on the mothership and take them home for dinner, literally. So that's what V was. And so it turned out that you could like rip their skin off and you could see they were like lizard type people and they just wanted to eat us. We must be good sauteed with onions. So anyway, yeah, so that's where I got the V. I wanted to throw the V up there and do that. So let's
I'm
see.
sure my grandfather
Vlogger, glad to have you in the house too, Lloyd. Let's see. What now? What'd you say, Randy?
I said I'm sure my grandfather probably watched it. He was a sci-fi fanatic.
Possibly. Although it might be that's true. Witness protection, Ohio. That's a good place to be in witness protection, is in Ohio. Let's see. Okay, we're caught up so far. So anyway, now I'm going to go ahead. I need to pop up in a new one, and I've got actually put stuff in a folder this time, believe it or not. Let me see what this one is. No, I don't want that one. So I'm going to be going through this trying to figure out where I'm going. Oh, first off, here's what's funny. I got to go back up here to the top. Okay, we're talking about the V-Copter, and if y'all have noticed, it's no longer V-C-O-P-T-R. It's now Copter, actually written out, V-Copter Falcon Mini. But there was a guy that posted something in the Facebook group that I didn't know about. And apparently these things have been around for 2 or 3 years. I want to share this screen. I still don't see Ron. He might be still trying to get food. But this is on AliExpress. I'm going to bring it in here now. Look at this thing. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go ahead and make it big. Look at this. It's basically a clone. And it's under 250 grams. See, and it's got the same V format, and the rotors turn and everything. Same kind of deal for $180.
2-axis gimbal.
Yeah, 2-axis gimbal was supposedly EIS, and yeah, with EIS. And basically, I think they said it was a pretty cheesy camera. I mean, it wasn't horrible, the 2.7. It was really like bright and the colors were kind of washed out. But let me make that small again. And the colors were kind of washed out, but it wasn't horrible for the money. It really wasn't. So I thought that was kind of neat. I will throw this away now. Let me get this out of here.
There's Ron.
Hey, there is Ron. Hey, there's Ron. There's Ron.
Hey guys, sorry I was just ordering that V-Copter clone. I was late. I was trying to get my order in before they all sold out.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Well,
looking
actually,
forward to the review.
supposedly it's like 2 years old or almost 3 years old. And
Well,
then,
we can call it vintage, Bill.
well, and there's also another one that I believe Half Chrome Drones reviewed that,
Okay.
and he said, and he showed the video. It wasn't terrible. It was YouTube uploadable for you to show a review about the drone and stuff. It wasn't something
Hmm.
you could, make money on.
I want to go take my cinematics with it, huh?
But I had no idea there were actually clones of the Falcon. I had
Yeah,
no
I do.
idea.
I forgot that, but I do remember a couple years back there were clones. Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, wow, I thought that was kind of neat because they had posted that in that group that we're members of,
Hmm.
talking to you about that kind of stuff. Let's see. Is anybody new come in? Did Art come in? Hey, Artco Drones and Entertainment.
Hello, Art.
ADE in the house.
Hello,
ADE.
Art.
ADE.
Artie,
Sounds like some kind
Jim,
of syndrome, doesn't it? ADE syndrome.
and
I don't know.
and,
Sorry.
Jim's droning saying hello to all of us.
Hey, Jim's droning. Glad to have you. Brian, Waypoint, New England. I can see
Bob
you from
Casey,
3 minutes ago. Yep, and Dom. People talking to Dom. Jim Anderson, good to see you as well. Glad to have you. This is a fellow person in the state here. Cool cat.
Hello,
Glad to have you
Jim.
in the house as well. Oh, you bought it over 5 years ago? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm confused. Let's see. Da 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 da. Dusty, East Coast, East Coast, East Coast. Glad to have you in the house. East Coast Thrills, Dusty. Rolling. Kirshaw. Oh, I will go ahead and do a little streaming interception right or injection right here. Today on Disney Plus, Moana 2.
Oh,
Yeah, brand new coming out. And at the end of the month on Disney Plus, Mufasa, the Lion King. So they're putting both,
they've been advertising this so hard. I thought they were here already.
they're both coming out on Disney Plus streaming, is what I'm saying. I know they've already
Oh,
put them out on, people can buy the streaming
buy them.
online
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you can get the DVDs and stuff. But this is coming to people who actually have Disney Plus.
Oh, that's what I like. I call that free.
Barkley. Hayden's in the house as well. If I missed you, I'm sorry.
Barkley.
Rolling. I want to trying to get up here to where I'm caught up. I'm trying to make sure I've talked to everybody.
Did you get
Josh,
Josh?
Josh,
Josh is in here.
Josh, glad to have you as well. Bob Casey, Bob
Ah,
Casey's in the house as
Bob.
well. Rolling. Dale, good to have you in the house as well. Thank you for coming, Dale.
Hello,
Rolling.
Dale.
Bud, glad to have you. I know you're probably going to get tired in a little bit, but I appreciate you coming
Oh,
to hang with
bud.
us
Yeah,
a little
hello,
bit.
bud.
Okay. Raymond, glad to have you as well. I'm trying to see if there are any new names popping up that I haven't seen. I'm up to about 25 seconds behind. I'm rolling up. Oh, I think we're about caught up. Okay.
I think
All
we're
right.
good.
Okay, so I would like to say before I go too much further that the person that gave me this information, of course, they give you all the same deal. They said, I cannot divulge who this information came from, but
Uh-oh.
they have got a
We're under NDA tonight, folks.
direct source to 00. And now you can take that with a grain of salt if you want to, but what they have explained to me is perfectly logical and it does make sense. And I have managed to corroborate some of it when we're talking about the V-Copter. So let me get this down.
Hey.
Jim saying howdy to Dale. Let's see if I'm caught up, not missing anybody. Akira Show, Ohio means hello in Japanese. That's kind of neat.
Oh, witness
In fact,
protection.
watch me. I'll be in Japan and I'll say Ohio, and somebody will go. That's what'll happen. And I'll be, I thought it was hi, man. Okay, so
I'm safe. I don't get to Japan very often these days.
I need to let me go back over here because I need to go back into my magic little schlock here. Oh, here's the other one. Here's the other one. I'm sorry, I did have the other one. I want to show the other, and this is the one that Chrome, half Chrome drones did. Now this is supposedly an upgraded model. Let's see. Let me get this bad boy sharing. Do 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 do. This is by MakerFire, and it looks pretty much to be the same one I showed you just a minute ago, but this one's supposedly more advanced.
Okay.
$169, and it's sold out. They no longer have these.
Oh
To give you
wow.
an idea of how old this is.
Looks
So
like it was 3D printed.
Yeah, what's the
it
3D
actually
print one?
does. It looks kind of. You remember the old Favic, Ron, the
Yeah.
kit?
Yep.
It
Yep. I
looks kind
do.
of like that, man, in a weird
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's got that cheesy EIS and the so Bobo 2.7K. Okay, that's the one that came out like I think 3 years ago. The half chrome. So if you follow half chrome drones, you can go there and look up the MakerFire XG202 Firefly V-Copter dual rotor hover UAV aerial photography drone V2 upgraded version.
Hmm.
That's a mouthful,
Awful.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, can't you just call it DJI Mini 4 Pro? Jeez. All right, we'll stop that share. Let me bring up something new in the new drone therapy folder here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Some information that I got, and I did not know about this, so I will go ahead and put this up so for people that don't know, because I did not know to begin with. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to I did it again. Move from
We're
thing.
offline. Yeah.
Nope, it was the share where I had one and I was trying to bring another one in, and instead of taking it out, oh, okay. Now I'm gonna come back over here. Okay, now supposedly what they have said in the group itself is that they do have Mavlink in their software, and I don't know exactly for sure what that means, but this says that Mavlink, and I got to go back over here to read it. Mavlink is a lightweight messaging protocol, plays a crucial role in photogrammetry by enabling communication between drones, ground stations, and other components, facilitating tasks like camera triggering and image transmission. So I'm assuming that they can compile data from like two or three drones into like a 3D picture or something. Okay, I do not know for sure. Some of you in here that know about photogrammetry could, tell me more information, about this. That would be super cool. The Mini will not have any obstacle avoidance.
And the full size one, I don't think it did either. And it's
I
because
think
Bill.
I heard the Falcon did, but they didn't work real good.
Well, but what happens, Bill, is when the obstacle avoidance, the drone tilts down in unusual
Yeah,
ways
because
to
when it
make
takes
turns,
off.
and the obstacle avoidance would mess things up. So it
Yeah, because
actually
it
the
would look down
hinders
at the
the
ground.
drone, yeah,
Yeah.
to have a lot of obstacle avoidance on it.
The
So
only thing that is kind of a bad news thing is it's only got level 4 wind resistance. So I think what Mini 4 Pro is like 6, isn't it? Or is it even higher?
Five.
I believe it. I
5?
believe it's only five.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still. So this
As far as I know, no consumer drone has ever claimed to have more than five. Is that right, Randy?
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
okay,
So,
so I'm just
and Bill, I can tell you though, maybe from my experience flying the full size V copter, it had no problems all flying in the wind. It was as good in the wind as any other Mini Four Pro, any other top of the line mini drone. I'm referring to the full size Falcon. Whether reduce it to a mini size dramatically changes that. Of course, we won't know until the reviews come out.
or until they actually start offering the drone. Okay, now here we'll go a little bit further. Supposedly, in the next, let's see, we're at the 12th. Probably in the next week, we will be introduced in the Facebook group. And if you haven't already, you need to go on Facebook, find what is it, the V-Copter Mini Falcon Mini, and join
Falcon
that
Mini.
group because they're going to give you the ins and outs if to begin with. It's okay. I'm going to just lay it straight out. I do know what sensor's going into it now. I know when it's going to ship. And more than likely, Bill's probably not going to buy one, but it will be I think the price is going to be right, and it's going to be a cool drone to review. It's going to have a decent sensor in it too, but it's going to be an upgrade from the old V-Copter. But it's basically going to have it's going to be crowdfunded, so we're going to see it on Indiegogo or the other whatever the other share platform that is. Within the next week and a half, it will come up on there. Probably in the next week, it will pop up on there, and then it'll go active before April. And supposedly by the last of April is when they're first going to start shipping. And that
Bill, I could, remember the hover drones, the hover Pro Max. They did the same thing back in the fall, just last year, 2024. They started out as a community sponsored thing, but the unique thing is they guaranteed you would get the drone by the date they put on that crowdfunded thing. And if you did not receive the drone, you could get all your money back. So they put the guarantee in, and guess what? Nobody got their money back. They met that date.
Well, that's because what I'm hearing is they're about 85% ready right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to have any trouble shipping by the end of April.
And if I
Um,
remember correctly, when the hover, once that crowdfunding thing was over and they shipped the other drones, it quickly went on, like a regular website to buy it. That it wasn't a long gap of like months and months. I mean, it was a short gap, maybe of a few weeks, and then you could go buy it right on the website like a normal purchase.
it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. It's actually the one that's in the Pro, the sensor that's in the X1 Pro, the new half-inch sensor that's in the X1
Okay.
Pro is what the V-Copter is going to get.
Yeah,
So
I believe that's a 4K 60 capable
yeah,
sensor in that Pro.
and
Yeah.
4,000 by 3,000 18 megapixel photographs, but 12 megapixel video. So
Now,
I
Bill,
mean,
we did see a rumor. Well, it wasn't even a rumor on their own website or that Facebook group. At one point, they had put a thing out where they said 18 megapixels. Did that turn
18
out to be
megapixel
false?
photographs,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
but
yeah.
12
But yeah,
megapixel or 12, the equivalent of, I don't know how you would say it, the
no,
focal.
no, no, no. You're right. No, that makes sense because for video, 12 megapixels. I don't know the science, Bill, but 12
Yeah, I don't either.
megapixels works better for video than it does than more pixels do. So
But
that's good.
it's not the one over 1.3 because
Okay.
that's what the Pro Max has. So, of
Right,
course, they're
right,
not going to match it with their flagship right now.
right,
But
right,
it does
right,
supposedly have the upgraded half inch that goes into the Pro, the X1 Pro.
right.
You're going to need. It's got a 34-minute flight time. It's got it. Like I said, it's going to start probably. We'll hear more about it probably in the next week in the group. It should show up on Indiegogo or something like that by what do I want to say March. I don't know what. Maybe next Friday, the 21st, probably, and then it'll
Uh,
be probably go active the next week, and then they'll run it for 2 or 3 weeks. It'll ship at the end of April, and like Ron said, it'll probably end up in a lot of the places that they're selling the hover. That they can get by with pairing the two because you don't hear them coming out and saying zero zero, robotics
yeah, they
like
try.
they do with
They
hover
don't
air.
mention that. You're right.
Now,
They don't mention that company name.
you think any of the reviewers are going to get a V-Copter?
Well, all I can tell
Um,
you is, Randy, it didn't seem like the big time reviewers got the Hover Pro Max early. They got it, but it didn't seem like they didn't really get it until like after the crowdfunding thing.
Yeah, and I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of people that get this ahead of time. I got a feeling we'll see some people, that were given test units right there near the factory. And that's what, because there's a new, I mean, the thing that when I found out that it was going to be a half-inch sensor today, I mean, they don't need to be ashamed of it. They can advertise it as the same sensor as the Pro has, but, because like people like me were expecting the 1/1.3 because that's like the favorite seeming drone sensor right now in the world.
Right,
Hover's
right.
using it, DJI is using it. Who
It
else
looks
isn't using
good.
it?
It looks good.
Yeah, the only problem with that using a sensor for them is the Pro Max starts base kit's like $700-800. So
Right,
that
right.
that kind of
Yeah.
to me, I don't. That's why you don't see many people in our community buying the Pro Max because of that price point. For nobody wants a follow me drone. It costs $800.
Yeah, not when you can get a Mini 4 Pro.
Right.
Exactly. Well, I've heard on the low end, $350, and that's for the drone. You would need to a phone to control it. Because it's going to be just like the V-Copter. I don't believe the V-Copter had a controller to begin with. It was
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, it has a real nice controller. It's similar to the one that they're showing the leaks for this, like part of the kind of the screen. Your phone kind of pops out at you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, but was that originally introduced with it
Well,
out of the
yeah,
box, or
I
did it
mean,
come
originally
later?
the problem is originally the only people that really seemed to have it right away were nobody I knew. Like Ken Herron eventually got it, and Ken Herron was the first one I saw have it, and he had that controller.
Yeah. Okay. Because I got a feeling that you can probably control it with just a phone, and you could probably get by.
I believe that was correct, Bill.
And I think that you could probably get just the drone by itself, let's say between 300 350 US. If you want the controller, let's throw in another $100. Let's say 450 for the drone and a controller. But the sad thing is, and if this is even on their website, let me go ahead and bring up the V-Copter website while I'm at it.
Okay.
Um, is that where is that page? Come on, I need a good page. I need a good
Oh,
page.
well, he's looking for it. If it's the controller for the full size V-Copter was a real nice controller, it felt good in the hands, what build quality. So if that's similar to what they're doing for this one, it'll be a quality controller.
Okay, here we go. Here's the sad one, and they're apparently anticipating issues. Okay, I'm
Oh,
going to bring this in. This comes from their webpage in their documents about where they will ship to.
oh,
And it says, is the V-Copter Falcon Mini shipped worldwide? Yes, the V-Copter Falcon Mini can be shipped to most countries. If shipping is restricted or incurs additional fees due to remote addresses, our customer service team will contact you for address updates and additional fees to arrange a cancellation or refund. So to me, it sounds like they're not 100% sure that they're going to be able to, you know, I did it again. Come on out of here. Remove from the scene.
well,
To
I wouldn't worry too much because it doesn't seem like things like FEMI drones, FEMI hups, and all the kind of second tier. It doesn't seem like those drones get stopped at all in customs.
the flip's got the 1/1.3. That's why the flip shoots
Yes.
good video.
It's
Yeah.
because nobody's
Yeah.
buying them, Ron.
Nobody's buying the
Well,
flip.
well, he means the cheap drones, but the people do get the FEMIs don't seem to have trouble getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the government hasn't called up the stuck in custom people. They only know DJI. They don't know these the other
Right.
things. So I think the V-Copter will squeak by. They won't know.
Johnny's saying,
They'll think
hey,
they'll just Randy. They'll just think that's some kind of cheap toy helicopter. Doesn't it
Yep.
sound like V-Copter? Oh, that's some kind of dollar store, kids helicopter.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like when I first went into the V-Copter group, I kept saying it's gonna have to be a better sensor. Okay,
Hmm.
it's a better sensor, but it's not the sensor that I was crowing about. Well, so
Right.
it's still going to shoot. I mean, look at the Skydio. Your partner Marcus talks about how to me the Skydio is oversaturated, always has been, but it
Yep.
does still take decent pictures and it does
Yep.
shoot decent footage.
Yep.
So I mean, if this can say equal what a Skydio can produce, I don't see that it
Yeah.
might be worth 300 or 400 bucks.
What size sensors in DJI's kind of like the Mini 4K? What size sensors in a Mini 4K? Is that a half
Uh,
inch?
that's beyond me. Let's see. I picked up. Wait a minute. What's he saying? Johnny telling Randy hi, and then Josh is saying, picked up Flick as my secondary to my Air 3S.
Yes,
I have to
quite
say,
happy with it. Newbie, take for what it's worth. Well, yeah, I
mm,
mean, yeah, I mean the flip. You
got
know,
a great sensor in it, man. There's no denying that.
hey, I build the off topic here, but I did see. I think it was Sean the drone did a little comparison, and in his comparison, the photos from the flip weren't as good as the photos from the Mini 4K. Even though they supposedly have the same sensors, something's different. Maybe in the software, the photos they it wasn't as much kind of information, wasn't much resolution in the photos.
The Mini
Yeah.
4K has a
Oh,
1/2.3.
he's saying 1/2.3 in 4K. Look, did you see what Jim said?
Okay,
He's
thank you,
making
Josh.
a joke. He's making a joke. How's the Skydio at night? Blind as a bat.
Yeah, yeah. Don't they say don't even take off because the
Yeah,
sensors won't
no, don't
work.
even. Well, I don't
Yeah,
think it will. I don't think it'll let you take off.
no, no, no.
Oh,
Hey,
it's an f2.8 too.
to Josh's comment though, then of course the Mini 4K has a smaller sensor than the Falcon then,
Yes, it does.
and the Mini 4K takes great video in the day in good light.
Yeah, so I don't doubt that the new Falcon with this upgraded half-inch, it's just going to take decent
Yeah,
pictures in the daytime.
well, I they built this where a half inch is going to hurt is everybody wants low light now. Everybody screams about low light. It probably won't be very good in low light.
No.
Is it? But if you're flying full daylight, probably going to look good. Fine.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be able to get into some positions that our drones may not be able to get into. And it's not going to have OA on it, but if you can be aware of what's going on with it, you can get into some positions that, probably like think about how close and maybe go behind a waterfall or something,
Yeah.
or, somewhere that you may not be able to get into with the drone because if you had OA on, it would be going bananas. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
no, no,
think of
no.
a,
You make a good point. Like if you're trying to get close to things, like you said, a waterfall or anything, whatever. OA hurts you. Doesn't it? Doesn't help you. It hurts you to get near things.
I still have my Air 2S. I need to fly my Air 2S. Flight time in the Air 3 is amazing. Have a great every day. Oh yeah, Air 3S is a good. It's a. I don't think that it's. I've heard people. Ron's even made videos about it. If you haven't already seen it, go to Ron's channel.
Thank
Comparing
you.
people that are griping about, still to this day, me being one of them, thinking that the Air 2S is still a better drone than the Air 3S. So, that's just me. I
Well,
like
in the camera department,
Yes,
you're
I
specifically
like 20
speaking to
meg
the camera
exactly,
department.
exactly. I still like 20 megapixels as opposed to, well,
Well,
12 or 18, you know.
of course, D Giles says 50 megapixels because they pixel bend it. But
Hey, fun deal.
Bill, when they do that 50 megapixels, I don't think those 50 megapixel photos have the dynamic range that the 12 megapixel photos have.
But they always try to say, because of the quad Bayer technology, it's a fantastic photo. And I'm like, yeah, it does. And like Ron, you say this a lot. Unless you're gonna pixel peep it, it's
It's
not
only
gonna
no good. Yeah, yeah.
it's not gonna matter. But if you got somebody that's going to come out with the spectacle and they're like, then, then they're probably going to see something. But
Yeah,
here's $25 back, man. Shut up.
yeah.
Nobody else will come in here with one of those. I can sleep with my Air 3 under my pillow.
There
Apparently,
you go.
you can sleep with the new V-Copter Falcon Mini under your pillow.
Yeah,
But maybe
yeah.
that's not that big a deal that they're saying that they're having to ship to other countries. Where was that at? This one.
Bob
They
Casey says the Air 3S Army rocks.
they put out another video today. Let me see where. No, that's not it. That's not it. Trying to scroll down through here. Oh yeah, and have seen it confirmed about the crowdfunding. Did they do the first one crowdfunding too? Didn't you say, Ron?
Well, I mean, they did the hover, and the first V-Copter was such a remember it was such a crazy release. It came out at the CES at the COVID. So the COVID, the COVID shut all the factories down in China. So it really didn't ship until almost a year or more later. Brian Singleton, he ordered it at the time it showed up at CES. COVID hit. I don't think he got his for 2 years, but he never asked for his money back. He just waited it out.
I'm
So
trying. I was looking at the chat for a second. Sorry, but
yeah.
yeah. But we just got to wait and see. And let me get to the video that I wanted to bring up, which is another share on Facebook and a share. And I come back over here and bring it in. Okay, this is the new video that they actually put up on the Facebook page.
Oh wow,
And it's you
wow.
can see the new colors of the Mini, and these are like a group of them in flight. We still, as of yet, have not seen footage. Hopefully, maybe the by Friday or Saturday or Sunday,
We'll
they'll
have some
hopefully be
footage.
putting up some footage from
I
it.
want to see specs. I want to see the specs.
Well, like I said, if you, it's pretty much what I've been told is it's the exact same sensor that's in the Pro, just not
Yeah.
the
Pro
What about
Max.
I
Max.
want flight time, speed, range?
No, I'm gonna get that yellow one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, see, they don't look doing too bad in the wind. It looks to me like it's a looped clip, though. See, it's
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see it's
yeah.
you don't really see them going too far. They're not afraid to run them out over the ocean, though. So that's pretty cool. Well,
I'm
it
gonna
looks like
send it
they may
back.
be getting. Does it
I'm
look
gonna
like they
send it
may be
back if
getting
it stinks
pushed?
in the wind.
Does it may they look like they're getting pushed though? Looks like
Like
they're
you said,
kind of
you
getting
can't
pushed,
tell.
man. It looks like right there that you see them getting pushed right towards the end. Oh, hit the frame! No, quick! They're getting pushed.
Maybe they never came back.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go back over here. I will remove from the scene. Hey, I did it right that time. Woohoo! Okay, let's see. Well, it's only been 30 minutes and I've already shot like 90% of my information.
We shot the wad already, huh? Yeah.
No, information, Ron. Ron just got us cut, man. Did you hear Ron? Ron got all graphic on us. I can't believe Ron just shot us alive.
That's an old time saying that turned into a dirty saying. It
We
really,
already hit the money shot.
Yeah,
it
it's
really,
over with, man.
well, it's really, it's
Hey, Dre, what's up, buddy?
hey, Dre,
Dre, I
Okay,
haven't seen Dre around in a while.
okay, so he's
he's
been
busy.
working on content, like not like the rest of us, or not like me anyway. He's been putting up a lot of content, and getting a lot of new followers. Let's see. Let me. Okay, it's vcopter.com, VCOPTER.com. If you would like to go and subscribe, you put in your email. They will give you information when things are starting to get ready. They'll give you information on when the crowdfunding starts. You can see some of the videos. It's kind of neat that it flies upside down, but I don't think I don't think they're going to get enough sales off of the gimmicks that it does. You know?
Oh, did I see something? Am I confused? Did I read something? You needed to buy some kind of special kit to have it fly upside down?
That needs to be a T-shirt, man. Premature
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
That is kind of funny.
But Bill, did I read that you had to buy some kind of a special kit
Okay,
to
let me
get it
go.
to
I'll
fly
go back.
upside down?
I'll pull up the page, their actual website. You would think it would tell us on the website if you would have to, Dina, wouldn't you? About
Well,
flying.
I don't know if I saw it on the website or the group.
I don't think I saw anything. Yes, it says set up the reverse flight kit and follow the provided instructions to ensure safety. I guess I should share this to where you all could see it too. Wouldn't that be nice?
Uh, so I wonder how
Yeah.
much that additional kit is.
I don't. Maybe it's just like something that comes in the box
Okay.
when they're shipping it. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
but
yes.
make that video big. There's a way I'm going to fly it, Randy.
Yeah, I don't know how good the video is gonna look.
Well,
Upside
even
down
even
insane.
even flying straight upside down like that, it's going to be kind of wild.
Yeah, and I don't know how good the image stabilization is, but that's gonna put it to the test.
What's the gimbal going to do when you flip it upside down like that? Is it going to understand?
I don't know. It might lock. That might be what the extra gears for, to lock the gimbal or something.
Yeah, you might not be able to have yeah, it might lock in place. That would make a lot of sense too. But okay, now at the bottom of the screen it says there's a little star. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully you can see my cursor down here. It says before takeoff, set up the reverse flight kit and follow the provided instructions to ensure safety. More details will be provided soon.
Mm.
Okay, so there's another expense. Ron just caught that with that wrong eye, man. You know, he's like, didn't I hear you? You know, so there's another added expense. I mean, I think it's going to be cool. I think you're going to be able to get a bunch of views out of it, but you're going to have to get it as soon as they offer it for sale. And then as soon as you make about 5 or 6 videos, you need to get rid of it fast while there's still a market for it. While there's still a market for it,
Yeah.
and otherwise you're going to be stuck with it.
Do you think the big time channels like the Billy Kyles and the Candonas and the Aldrids will have this, or do you think the smaller guys will
I
have
don't.
it?
I don't.
Smaller guys, I think.
I don't think Billy will
Yeah,
even. I don't think Billy would mess with this.
yeah.
Ken. The only reason that Ken would mess with it would be to fly it into stuff,
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
just show
yeah,
that it. You know, he'd be like, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
think Eddie might get one.
Yeah, because
yeah,
Eddie's in that group. Eddie's
yeah.
in that group.
But
So
like a
yeah,
half, the kind of video you see on a half chrome or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, like I said, Half Chrome did one of the knockoffs.
yeah,
If they were
yeah, yeah,
smart, they would send like Marcus or somebody one.
yeah. Actually, you know who
I
they
think,
should send it to? They should send it to Air Photography or whatever. They should send
I'll
him.
be honest
They'll
with you.
review it.
Do you think Sean would actually do that?
I think Sean will
I
review
think
it.
he
Yeah,
would.
yeah,
I think he would.
yeah, yeah.
And hopefully it would perform well, because if it didn't perform well, he would definitely do a review on it.
Hmm.
And they sent Ken Herron the original one. I wonder if they sent Ken Herron the mini.
To be,
That's a good point.
I don't think that it would be worth the risk for them to send it to Ken Herron now or Sean now. I don't think it would be worth their risk to send either one of them, because they can't take the risk of sending a dud and then having them putting out a review for it. Because I mean,
And have
Sean's
and
what
have it and have it get thousands and thousands of views.
views,
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah.
Sean's got what, like pushing 400,000, 500,000 now,
Right,
and then
right.
so they're all way up in there now. But like
Yeah.
50, like I don't even. Somebody that I think would review it if they sent it to him is send it to 51 Drones. I bet,
Yeah, yeah.
I bet you he would
You bet you
review it.
he'd do it? Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't
Or
know. I'm
maybe
just
somebody like Xavier. Xavier might do it.
Yeah, Xavier would review it. Yeah.
maybe. Bill is pulling things up and see. I know we all went down that rabbit hole.
Bill,
Damn it!
how much
Why
was
did
the
we go
rumored,
down that rabbit hole?
how much
Okay, I
was the
need to
price
get
rumored
my.
to be?
Let me get my other thing ready.
What'd you say, Randy?
How much was the price rumored to be on the
Between $350 and
Three
$800.
350 for a base kit
okay.
for
Yeah,
just a drone maybe, and maybe you have to fly with your phone.
And how
and
much
maybe
was the original V-Copter?
Well, that's a good question. If you got like Brian Singleton, if you
thank you for
pre-ordered,
coming.
you got it for like
Thank you for
six
coming.
ninety nine. But if you wait until it actually was on sale, they tried to sell that thing for like $1,200 or something like that.
Wow.
That's why nobody bought it.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
only
because it
that,
wasn't what they tried to make it out to be.
no.
No, now don't get me wrong. 3 years ago, it had a decent sensor on it for the time, but it was no $1,200 drone.
Jim
Didn't
said he paid 600 original.
he paid 600? How much did
That's
Brian
about
got
what
his
Brian
used? Didn't he?
Singleton. The people did like you said the thing where the crowdfunding got it for, well, I thought it was 699. Maybe Jim got an even better
Johnny,
deal.
what'd you pay
Possibly,
for it?
possibly.
Johnny, guess who Johnny's has? Johnny has Dustin Dunnell's V-Copter.
Really?
Yeah. Well, remember when Dustin moved from Hawaii, he had to solve a bunch of stuff, and he
Okay.
sold Johnny his V-Copter.
Oh.
And I have one of Kelly
I bet he
Short's
had some cool
original
stuff
me.
to get rid of.
What were Zeno?
You have Zeno, yeah.
I had and Koopy had the other one. Remember? We got him from
Right,
DeMar.
right, right. Well, so Johnny's V-Copter probably went further than anybody else's V-Copter ever went. If Dustin gave it the old range test.
He
So
said I
Johnny
had a
probably got
one
his
week
for like
deal.
$50.
See, Johnny confirmed it in chat.
Yeah, Dustin told me his. Didn't Xavier get the original one? Mark is asking.
I forget.
I don't know for sure.
I don't
But
remember.
I don't think Billy would bother with it at all
No,
because
I
he's
don't
Right,
got
think.
too much business going on and too much other stuff going with DJI and stuff right now.
right, right, right.
Ken, I'll give Ken a 25% chance he would review it. Um,
Yeah, I
Ken
don't. I don't think
Heron,
it's worth.
I'm talking about Ken
Look, look,
Dono's a 25% chance. Ken Heron, 50-50. Just depends on what
look,
mood he is in that day.
look at Stevie's comment. Stevie says, I was able to review the original V-Copter. Um, Xavier provided it. I was impressed. It was a lot smoother than I originally thought. Yes, Stevie, that thing does fly smooth.
Well,
I can confirm that.
they're showing the new one on the website, and the guy's sitting like a poker chip on it, and it
Yeah, yeah.
stays right there. Now you can see
While
it
he flies
vibrating
it,
around a little bit, but it stays level,
while he
and it doesn't
hovers, yeah.
fall over. Here we go. If you haven't done it
Johnny's
already,
Johnny's V-Copter flew over the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans.
Neurogum.
Oh, that's a gum. Okay.
Neurogum. Yeah, remember that's what I've been doing
Yep.
during the shows. Boom boom sticks and Neurogum.
This show is sponsored by Boom Boom Sticks and Nero Gum tonight, folks.
They don't know that they're sponsoring me yet either.
No, that's the best when they
That's
don't
the
know.
fun part, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I've been farting around and I meant to do this.
Hey, Bill, you see
Sir,
this fidget spinner set I'm building? I got 3 of them done.
I meant to do this a while ago.
There's
It's gonna
4
Oh
take
of
me.
wow,
them.
look at
Yeah,
that, Randy. Oh, that's cool.
Give me
and
just a split
it
second.
prints with real bearings in it.
Wow.
See, it's got the bearings printed.
Oh,
It's pretty cool. You
Cool.
got to put them all together.
There's all of them together, and it makes a giant fidget spinner.
No, no. Uh, each fidget spinner prints in about 20 pieces,
Okay,
and then you got to put everything together. It's got snap rings that holds everything together. And then you got to put the base together.
let's see. Bob says he flew the original V-Copter. You know, and it's so funny because now it's not V-Copter anymore. It's actually spelled V-Copter with the E and everything now. It's no longer. I'm like,
hmm.
I thought that was kind of a cool gimmick, man. They shouldn't have
Yeah,
quit
I did
that.
too.
But no, of course not. No, no, no. We got rid of it. Let's see. I'm trying to get to. I said I was going to start this. I want to do. I usually print something, but it's not going to print in time because I farted around too long and didn't do it. I was going to print like a baby rhino.
Baby Rhino.
Yeah, he holds money between his feet and stuff. It's kind of
Is
neat.
that is that a TV show, Baby Rhino, or something?
I think there was some kind of. Hey
It's an
Ray,
English show. I've seen it.
happy
Hey,
birthday! Wait,
birthday
wait, 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 wait.
to you.
No, no, no! You gotta let me do it. Yeah, because I did
Okay.
this to him. I did. Happy birthday, Mr. Kelly. Happy birthday, Mr. Kelly. Happy birthday, Mr. Kelly. Woohoo! Happy
Uh-oh.
birthday to you.
This show is sponsored by Marilyn Monroe.
You don't see that often, man. You don't see that on any other group
Yeah.
show. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. How many people even remember Marilyn Monroe anymore?
Oh yeah, Randy doesn't know who we're talking about.
I knew.
Yeah.
I know JFK cheated on his wife with her.
There you go.
Hey, and so did his brother.
Yeah.
It
Probably
was
have
a
to watch
family
it.
thing. It was a family affair.
Yeah. And
No
before
pun
that,
intended.
Marilyn Monroe was the movie star
Where's
of the
that other thing
50s.
at? I gotta get the
Yeah.
other thing.
That's why she was taken out because of the Kennedys. I heard.
Okay, so I found this the other day, and I showed it to Jasper. And
Oh.
instead of saying, "Wow, man, that's really cool," he was upset that the guy had taken his picture. He thinks, and had taken his watermark off of it because he swore
Oh.
up and down to me that he's like, I know I'm the only person that has that picture. I'm like, well,
Wow.
if you know you're the only person that's got it, then you're getting a paycheck from DJI. Is that what you're telling me?
Uh-huh.
He didn't really say anything else after that.
They all are. They all are.
But anyway, let me get this up here.
Him and Igor.
I don't want to hear the damn music. cut his music
Hey,
off.
Bill, Lord says don't quit your day job, Bill, as far as the singing.
Oh well, I wasn't. Nobody's sticking dollars down my shorts, so for sure. So I was just because I told him earlier. I actually typed it out in chat, kind of like that when they were
Yeah.
talking about his birthday, and so I did it here. So if I thought it would be cool to do live. Come on, get over here. Okay. So
I'm gonna be flying with Captain Ray tomorrow morning.
I need to make sure. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Let me go.
Randy, you gonna fly with us tomorrow
Let
morning?
me just go to his. Can I go to his?
Tomorrow morning?
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
No.
Close this. Let me close it down.
You're
Okay. Here
you're
we
in
go.
Florida still, Ron?
yeah. I'll be here through the meet
Here it
after the
comes.
meetup. I come
Are you all
home.
ready?
Nice,
Are you
nice.
all ready to know ahead of
We're ready to
time?
know.
Well, you two already know, but
Oh,
this new special feature that's going to be on the Mavic 4 Pro that has never, ever been on a DJI drone,
This has it.
never ever, never
drone
ever.
before.
This has
That's
it.
why I said drone, never on a drone. But yes, it
Uh,
has been on various gimbals, even smaller gimbals like the Pocket 3.
Three.
Okay, so here we go. Let me get this in here. Let's see, where's
I
the
think
other?
it's gonna be pretty darn cool.
It's going to be pretty badass. But the thing about it is it's going to be saturated, and if you don't get it right away and start putting up those videos, there's going to be like 9 million of them within the first 2 weeks, and you
Hmm.
know there are. Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring this up. Gotta get this in. Okay, so pay no attention to all his theatrics and stuff.
Make it big. Make it big. There you go.
Hang on, I got to get back over here and make it even bigger. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do you all see this? DJI Mavic 4 Pro, and it's called Spin Shot.
Oh
With the
wow.
new gimbal and the way it's loaded onto the drone, this is what you can get out of her.
Oh wow.
Or on the Ronin series, it's called 360 roll.
Yeah. Well, they got to come up with something new for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is going to be badass.
Wow.
What's
that
going
would
to
be
be
cool.
cool is if you get if because we already know that it'll shoot. It does shoot vertical, and it will
Hmm.
flip to shoot the vertical.
Okay.
So I wonder if like can you imagine doing a pano doing this? I wonder if you could
Yeah.
do it if you could turn it like that and do a pano.
Maybe they'll put a new quick shot mode in for that, Bill.
I don't know, but that's just me, and I thought that was really cool. And
I
Hmm.
don't
and,
know.
and all he was tore up about was the fact that Mavic that was showing on there was the picture that he had. He was not saying anything about it. He was like, "Yeah, I think that might be possible." And I was like, "You think? Yeah, okay." So anyway,
I'm on the fence. I think it would be really awesome, but to actually do it on a drone,
it's well, like I said, it's going to be so saturated within, like I said, within what 2 weeks of the time that the drone comes out, you know, and so your big channels like Billy and Ken, Marcus is overdue. Marcus is overdue from DJI, considering as much product as he's moved for them. He's overdue to be getting test products, and I'm a little disappointed that they ain't got off their hump and tried to recruit him yet. Anyway,
Yeah.
more boom boom.
Poor Marcus. Phoebe's don't even set him drone.
I don't understand why. It just doesn't make any sense to me because he's very thorough. He articulates well. You can understand. He enunciates to the where you can understand exactly what he's speaking about. He always does the common sense. What do I want to know about this product stuff? He doesn't go super diving into. Oh yeah, you can change this color hue here to make it look fuchsia.
I think
You know.
I think what would help Marcus out and would up his game if he was to build like some type of little studio to where he can talk and do reviews, not where he's not always outside and he can control the lighting and make it a little better.
You think? Really?
I think it would help out. Appeal to the more professional side of
Don't send
things.
any more money of my money to DJI. If the thing that's sad, okay. Oh, and I meant to tell you. I don't know how I can't. I have to show you on my phone. I went into my local Best Buy the other day, right?
Hmm.
Okay, and I walked by. Their drone section.
The drone case.
Yes. And I hope to God y'all can see. This is
Empty.
what. Here we go. You ready? Can you see what this says? Snaptane.
Oh,
And
they
then look
got
at this.
snapped in.
This whole. That's the drone section. It's all Snaptane.
Oh wow.
Okay. And then you come over here to the DJI.
Let's check those DJI drones out.
Limited
Oh.
availability. See a blue shirt for assistance. That's not a good sign.
Very limited.
That's not a good sign at all, man. I was walking through because I was looking for. I need. Where the hell did I put it? I did
Where'd you
fucking
put it?
crap. Anyway, I need a wall outlet for coax cable. I'd really rather just have one that I can feed the coax cable through.
Hmm.
But if I have to, I'll get one that's already got it built in so that I can put it. But I need like a big one, about like
Yeah,
5 inches
yeah.
by 4 inches, because I
Right.
need to mount it in, be able to mount it into the drywall. And I can't find one for nothing. And I went looking yesterday, and I even went to Walmart trying to find one, and it was just a standard, regular, 4.5 by or 4 and 3/8 by like 3, And I was just like, bleh. So I may have to Amazon it, and then if it doesn't work, send it back. I don't know.
Hey, Bill, back to Best Buy. Is there any chance at all that the Mavic 4 Pro arrives on the shelf at Best Buy? No,
No.
I don't see it happening.
no.
And right now we're in a situation to where we've just started all this, crazy tariff stuff and everything. So it's not going to be advantageous for them to really push it over here. I think our best bet is like Mr. Bill Horse was saying on his show the other night. Find you somebody in Canada that's willing to ship you the product and let them help you get through all the customs BS before it even comes across the border.
Right. It just matter how much are you willing to pay over the retail price for all this to happen.
Yeah.
That's where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Seriously? Is it out already? Is the Atom 2 out? I think were we talking about that?
I believe it's out. Yeah, yeah. It
Okay,
has
so it
AI
has an
dolly zoom.
AI dolly zoom. That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did you see Marcus's video? The Hover Pro Max has a real good dolly zoom on it.
I had never heard that the flips were having issues. Had you heard that?
The Flip has a dolly zoom.
No, no, the flip had issues with customs. See what he's saying?
Oh no, no.
I had not heard that about
Most
flip.
people that ordered the Flip got it right away.
I had
I
not
know
heard that
Marcus
about
got
the
his
flip.
Flip right away.
It may be something that's just now starting to happen,
Hmm.
which is definitely not a good sign. Because see, it was that like DJI. Because when I went ahead and talked to the guy at Best Buy. They don't even have refurbs right now
Okay,
because the main office doesn't have refurbs right now.
right.
So
Well, I mean, think about it, Bill. When's the last drone that Best Buy carried from DJI? It's been a couple drones now, right?
the Air 3, maybe? Is
Yeah,
that
so you're going back like a year and a half or whatever. So no wonder they don't have refurbs. It's nothing to bring back because they haven't sold a drone for a year and a half, a DJI drone
look at
in the
the
stores at least.
his was over a month, a flip. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Now, Josh, did you order day one? The day one people seem to get theirs.
Oh, and David too.
Hmm,
That's crazy. I had not heard that flips were. That's not a good sign, folks. That's not a good sign at all.
right. Well, is there any drone right now you can order from DJI that'll come,
I
in less than a week?
Neo maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Oh, he tried to return it, but it showed up anyway. So yeah. Oh, the Air 3S came fine.
But not the Flip.
I had heard that it had to do with where it was coming. Where the cus-
Josh ordered his a week after launch, so he didn't. Yeah, he that was yeah, that's something. Hey,
Oh
look,
wow.
Jim's in
Yeah, but
Canada.
where are you
Yeah,
at? Where are
yeah,
you
Jim
at,
in
Jim?
Canada.
Where are you
Yeah.
at?
Like for instance, we talk about Best Buy not having drones. Guess what? All the DJI drones at the stores in Canada, Best Buy has all of them in Canada. So
Okay, so
it's
how
only
would
the
that?
U.S.
Okay, here's a question I want to ask everybody. Since we're here, I want to ask, how would that work? Right? Suppose I
Hmm.
leave here
Yep.
and I drive to Vancouver, right?
Yep. Yep.
And I buy a DJI Mavic 4 Pro.
Yep.
How do I drive back across the border?
Well, I
Put it
guess
in junk.
you just declare it. Just
They're
declare it
going
and
to,
pay the duty on it.
are they going to seize it?
That's a good question. I mean, especially if you volunteer to pay the duty on it.
Yeah.
Don't declare it.
No, that's
Well,
your even deeper shit. You don't declare it and they find out. Because the thing about it is you got a little go between, right?
yeah.
Just because they tell you, they let you go in Canada, they might give you one of those yellow slips. And before they let you back into the USA, they'll be like, oh, we got to search your car, you know? And then you're like, well,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
don't you tell us about this?
How this drone get in here?
How'd this drone get in here? How'd this receipt end up in my pocket? I don't know where that came from. So that's what I'm curious about. It says by Saturday. That's out here. That's on the west. Well, see, that's
For
what I'm
how much?
saying. That's
Twenty
on the
two
west.
Yeah,
hundred.
That's on the
yeah,
west coast. That's on the
yeah.
west coast.
And Jim, is that for the actual retail price? Like Rady's making a point. Is that being sold by DJI themselves? Is that
Fifteen
actually at the
fifty.
retail price?
I know you can get a spec to Air for $9.99, 2-day delivery.
Okay, but see, that's probably already been in the U.S. for a while, sitting in a warehouse.
Right, right.
I only have an Air 2S. I don't have an Air 3S. Yeah, that's what I said. You got to declare it. Like C Ray's saying, you got to declare it for sure.
Right.
But that's the thing, man. Once you declare it, like you said, you pay the duty. But what?
Mm,
So to be released, and I paid, and it was delivered. Wow.
that's crazy.
That must be a big
Hey,
ass printer,
is
man.
is that printer from China? Is that the
Does
reason
it
he paid
print in
495?
gold? Does it print in gold? A $5,000 printer?
It's probably like 3 feet wide,
That's
four
what I'm
feet.
saying. How big is it, man?
What? Maybe you
Oh,
could print like
Sender
a
will
little.
declare. Oh, Sender will declare. So give it to FedEx up there? Okay. I get what you're
Uh,
saying. So he's saying, yeah. So buy it up there, go to FedEx, tell them you want it shipped to your home address, get home, they get all the paperwork worked out. You call them, they say, okay, this is how much you owe, this is when it'll be there. You pay, boom, they ship it. I
Or
get
you
what
could,
you're saying now.
or you could have somebody else get it and ship it.
But how do you know for sure somebody else is going to do all the duty paperwork and all that shit and everything and get it
Well,
right?
it's got to be a friend, of course.
Well, no, I'm not denying that. What? Kazam same day shipping.
that must be the seller, Kazam.
Is that who Bill was talking about? I don't know. Oh, he's talking about the Air 3. Wait a minute. He said Air 3?
Yeah, Jim
Kazam.
said Jim said Air 3S. I asked
I
who the
don't know.
seller
I don't
was.
know if I would trust Kazam
Kazam's
to
the
get me my
seller. The
drone
seller.
back.
Well, Kazam could be a good guy. We don't know.
I keep expecting lightning to strike and somebody to turn up in a yellow white cape.
Yeah. Could he? Yeah. Couldn't somebody with a normal name be selling it instead of
Yeah, that's
Kazam?
what I'm saying. That kind of worries me. Is there any
Yeah.
reviews on Kazam?
He's got 100% seller rating, Bill. He's sold one thing.
Please forgive me. I just found it humorous. I don't want. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
what you showed was. I mean, it's good. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
showing it to us.
Kazam could be the best seller there is,
I'm
for all we
seeing
know.
brand new Air 3Ss on eBay for 14.98.
Ah, you're
Wow.
right. eBay,
Uh,
take your chances there, buddy.
oh boy. Who's the seller?
Well, eBay, they don't get paid until you get your product, right? But
Right.
it's guaranteed.
Well, to the
Yeah, yeah, but they could ship you. Here's what it is: they could ship you a toy drone as soon as thing's shown as being delivered at your house. I think they take your money.
wow, wow. What could you print with this? Oh man, that's evil. I gotta show y'all this. This is what he spent that money on, and this
Well,
it's obviously.
he's been printing for a long time.
Look at
He's been
this thing,
printing
man.
longer than most
I
guys.
thought I was like, I love mine, but man,
Let's see this thing, Bill.
look at it.
Wow.
Four spools,
Oh, okay. So it doesn't have to change. It's got four hot ends. It doesn't have to change
five
filament.
heads,
So
five.
it doesn't have all the poop when it prints multicolors. It just has a different color loaded into each hot end. They can just come over and shoot that color, shoot that color, shoot
Yeah,
that color.
exactly.
That's badass.
Would that
Well,
speed
it
the
also
printing up,
makes sense
Randy?
why it costs so
Yeah,
much,
well,
too.
it saves a lot of filament because when you
Okay.
multicolor print,
And a shitload of time.
if it's not in layered colors by layers, like say if you got a color on the face of an object, each layer
Hmm.
has to stop, change filament, print that little bit of color, stop, change filament, and then print the
Okay.
rest.
And it's
So
got to make,
every time.
and then you get that
Wow.
damn. And depending upon how many times you switch, you could get it. Well, oh, I'm sorry. You
You
could,
could print an object this big that has 10 grams of filament and you might poop out 80, 100 grams.
and
Just
plus you'll
make,
have a tower that's like this big behind it,
yeah.
where it switched all the
Hmm.
colors.
So you really got to pay attention to your colors and how they're structured.
But that, yeah, man, I
Unless
can
you
see
got
why it
something like
costs so much
that,
too.
it
I
doesn't
can
have
see
to
why it
change.
costs so much. That's
It don't
Bill,
have to
awesome.
change.
that's a 3D printer I need to get, right, Bill?
Yeah.
If you got $5 grand, I'll come to your house and print my shit. I mean, I understand now why it costs so much because if it's got five heads running at once, man, wow.
I'll order and bring it down to Rising Sun and have Randy set it up for me.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah, there you
bring it
go.
on down. I come to you. You order, I come to you.
I want to see it too. We'll have to come to the Ron Brown drone meetup in
The Ron Brown
Margate,
3D
New
printer
Jersey.
meetup.
Hey, Randy, I'll have it right on Jensen Beach Causeway.
Yeah,
Hooked
right.
up to the nearest plug.
Yeah, here we go. The Ron Brown Lucy the Elephant drone meetup.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll print a bunch of miniature Lucy's right outside the real Lucy.
Yeah, exactly. Or
You can
no,
probably sell those.
you'll have multiple printers set up, and each person can come in and they can customize their Lucy the elephant.
Of
So
course, Lucy will bust me. What's that when you can't sell stuff in somebody's store? What's that rule? I'll get busted by Lucy.
oh, and the shipping was over 5K.
Yeah, yeah. He said it before. He gave the numbers. It was like $500. Well, yeah, the duty and the shipping and whatever. Yeah, put him over 5K. Yeah, yeah.
What?
So if you figure, okay, we'll figure. Let's see. Let's say. Let's okay. Let's take a wild stab. Then we're gonna need to figure out what's the drone and a controller going to cost. Kind of like what I did with the Mavic 3. Let's say so one battery, drone, and controller is going to be. What do y'all want to say?
This is back to the Mavic 4 Pro.
Yep, Mavic 4 Pro. Let's say what?
The room. A lot of people take $2,800 for a base kit.
For just a drone and a controller?
Drone controller and battery for the Mavic 4 Pro
Yeah,
for
because
28.
that controller is like premium.
Right, but if that's the base kit, then the Flymore is going to be close to $4 grand, and
Like
people are
35,
not.
3,800.
They're just not going to
Yeah,
do that, man.
yeah.
They're not going to do that. And every new drone that has come out from DJI recently has been priced either the same price as its predecessor, or within a month or two they reduced it to the price of its predecessor.
I think
None of
Right,
them have been blown out.
base
right.
price is gonna be like 2,400, and Flymore's gonna be
Okay,
like around 3 grand.
okay. Well, that's good.
I'm going to hit you even a different one. I'm going to say drone and the little Bobo controller, one battery,
Right, right.
21.99.
Okay, same as the Same as a Mavic 3 Pro or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep,
That's
yep. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna say what, like 20? Let's say, because that is a nice controller. So I'd say more than likely by itself, they're gonna probably want what 14, 1500,
for
like
that
they did with
controller.
the original.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's say if you want the the RC Pro 2, okay, so we're gonna say, so we're at 3 grand right there, aren't we?
Easy.
We're
Easy.
at 3 grand. And then if you want to fly more, yeah, about like Randy's saying, about $3,500.
And
Okay.
remember the bag for the Mavic 3 combo? They gave you that bag nobody wanted. That thing was like $500 if you
Well,
priced it out.
what I'm trying to figure out is as a base. If you go
Yeah.
to Canada and spend, it's how much is $3,500 going to cost you to ship
Oh
before the
yeah.
duties? I mean, after you pay the duty, that's fine, but then you're going to have to pay the other coverage to get it shipped to you.
You're in the same ballpark that AZ Drone Dude was for his printer.
Yeah, it depends on the weight, but yeah, it's going to be kind of like that. Wait a minute, I pre-ordered it in line for over a year. Okay, before you could get it. Yeah, like Randy said, print's fast, other than no
No
weight.
ways.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if print probably flies. It's literally always in ludicrous speed. Have you ever?
Well,
Have you ever?
Bill, you wouldn't have to worry about starting your print so early if you had that thing, right?
Hey, Randy, have you tried ludicrous speed yet?
No, I've only printed profiles that like I haven't really tweaked anything.
Oh no, you would have to put it in ludicrous speed. I just
Now,
was
how do you
curious.
do that? Is it under like the settings, like
Yeah, yeah.
under speed?
You can either do it. You can either do it in studio or you can do it on the in the app.
Let me
What's he saying? Drone review. Doing a side.
But Bill mentioned he found he created an Amazon Canada account, and he found a shipping company in Canada that he could buy on the Amazon Canadian site, ship it to that seller in Canada, and that seller in Canada would handle all the paperwork and send it to him in Florida.
But that's what Dave was telling us. FedEx does.
Yeah,
So Bill's still going to be paying the same kind of deal.
right,
He's still going to have to pay whatever the duty is.
right,
He's still going to have to pay whatever they want to ship it. I
right,
guarantee it's not going to be cheap.
right,
So you're
right.
going to end up, okay, if we're saying $3,500, we figure they're going to charge us probably at least bare minimum $1,500 to ship it. We're figuring duty on it's going to be, let's say $400. But if things continue the way they're going right now, you might
Hmm.
not be able to do that in Canada either.
Wow.
Well, think about it.
Well,
If they're still in a trade war, we might not be able to get across the border with shit.
right. Well, maybe we could go down and buy duty free in the Caribbean someplace.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. There's not really any way for us to like snag this. Let's see. It
but
was
Well,
five,
how about a little trip over to China?
Mavic 3 was
he said
2049.
the Mavic 3 Classic Fly More combo was under 1,000. How is that possible?
Well,
Not when it was new. The Mavic 3 Classic was like about 1,500 new.
Hey, you said ludicrous mode. I don't know. Sometimes this thing gets to going so fast. I'm like, it needs to slow down because it's like,
Maybe you're already in Ludicrous.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah,
But
I think
it
it's in
goes so
standard.
fast sometimes. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
I think it's in standard.
Like, I don't even know how
Where's
it's supposed
that?
to film it
No,
out
no,
fast
mini.
enough.
Which one did you get? Did you
The
say
A1,
the A1? They don't need adhesive. What the hell is this?
it's a
Okay.
bed slinger.
Hey, Mark Waite brought up a good point. Remember the price of the Mavic 3 City? That was almost 5 grand.
Yeah.
Let's make it yellow.
I'm glad my Mavic 3 is still flying real well.
Yeah, well, the only thing that worries me, I need a flyer again. But you know when you get that damn bad high pitched whine coming from a motor, you kind of know
Uh-huh.
that the bearing's starting to go bad.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm hoping it was just something phantom that I heard in my brain. but I
Mm.
got a feeling that,
DJI repair it for pretty cheap.
huh?
I said if it's going bad, DJI will repair it for pretty cheap.
I'll just take it down to Dale and get another motor put in it.
There you go.
Give me an excuse to go see Dale for a day.
There you
Dale,
go.
Dale repairs uh
Yep.
DJI stuff.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's got a big shop.
Is Dale coming to the meetup? I know he went to the Vegas meetup,
I
right?
know he was
Or
here earlier. I don't know.
uh,
I haven't talked to him to know one way or the other if he was or wasn't.
Grumpy Vlogger says he could buy an RC car for 190 that will go 50 miles per hour.
Then we'll go 50 miles per hour.
He doesn't need remote ID on it.
I like some of the little cars and stuff, but I just can't get into them like I do flying drones.
Hmm.
When I was younger, I used to like that kind of stuff. I like the little micro racers. I think they're cool. The little that look like Hot Wheels cars, but they got RC in them. They
I
got
love
some of them.
RC cars.
Yeah, they
I,
got
I
some of
I
them.
used to be big into them back in the early 2000s, but I got too many hobbies going on right now.
Yeah, exactly. When I was younger, I used to love RC anything. I had
Hmm.
and I've said this before on the show. I had gas powered RC stuff. I
Yeah,
had an 049 Cox engine powered
that's what I was into. The
van.
Nitro.
Plane, yeah.
I had what was the other one called? Was it Thermos or something? There was another company that kind of tried to rival Cox, and it started with a T. Anyway, I had some of their products too. It was like a TH. I'm wanting to say. I don't. I know it wasn't Thermos, but it was
Team
something.
Associates.
Huh?
Was it Team Associates?
No, no, no. It was just one name.
Uh,
Old RC flyer.
oh, a Flyer. No, 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 no.
Yeah, these flew, and I'm just trying to find what the company was called. I don't even see them. But Cox had one too, that was like a flying saucer, and
Oh,
you literally would kind of spin it, and it supposedly would fly straight up in the air and fly up to a height of about 400 feet, all while it beautifully spun around, and then it would land probably approximately 300 feet from its original liftoff spot. And mine never did that. So basically, my favorite vehicle was my van because I had like the little wheel, like a steering wheel on it that I could drive, and I would take it to
hmm.
the tennis courts next door where I lived at, and I would just run it to death. I ran it so much that I burned up 3 sets of tires on it,
Oh
and
wow.
and when my dad found out, because I got my mom to order them for me and pay for them, and when my dad found out how much they were, he took my car away. Well, because the sets of tires alone were within like $5 of how much the entire van and kit and everything cost when he got it for me to begin with. He
Okay.
was like, "Why didn't we just buy a brand new one?" And I did it twice. So he was like, "No more van." Let's see. I have three RC. I don't know if I can handle RC planes. To me, it seems like it might be too difficult for me. For me personally,
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
saying
I,
for me.
I agree. I agree.
I want to try to fly a wing.
Now I think I could do a wing. I could probably do a wing.
Just
Well,
so you
Jim's
got to
got.
remember with wings and planes is you will if you go too slow, you will fall,
Yeah,
stall.
you'll stall. Yeah, like
Jim,
Shelby plays a
Jim had a
lot.
race. Jim had a boat. Somebody had a race boat.
Oh, Delta Wing. Yeah, cool. Hanging with JD. 30-minute battery. See,
I
that's
wouldn't
something
mind.
else. Go ahead.
I wouldn't mind trying RC helicopters, like 3D
Marcus reviewed
flying.
one recently.
Okay.
Oh, really? Marcus did?
It was like a toy quality one. It didn't have a camera or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How well did it fly? I haven't. I
Oh,
haven't.
he did he did okay with it. It supposedly had, what do you call where it sees the ground? What's the sensor?
Optical avoidance. I mean,
Optical
uh,
flow.
Optical
but
fly,
but
yes.
but,
There
but
you go.
as soon as he launched it up, it just started going away on its own. So the optical flow didn't seem to be operating too good.
The optical flowed right down the river.
But he could eventually kind of herd it back to him. You know what I mean? Those type of things. You don't so much fly it as you kind of herd it around.
Did you? Okay, Randy probably hasn't. Ron, did you ever fly one of the string controlled planes where
Yep.
you could go
Yep.
around in a
Where it goes
circle?
around in a
Yep.
circle.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And they can get those things really wound up humming now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They got
They,
RC cars that'll do 200. What?
I was just getting ready to say they have RC cars that do like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I'm not surprised. Hang on, let's see. I gotta go over here and get
Grumpy
it.
only has one plane but four drones.
Hey, Joe! Where have you been, Joe?
Captain Joe.
Where have you been?
His Mavic 3 has 182 flights
Oh, that's cool.
at 320 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Hang on. I
Still
gotta show
going
you.
I
I gotta show
Under
you.
the same
I gotta show
props.
Bud's video. Hang on a minute. This looks cool. Uh, in 4K, no less. I don't know. Well, I can do it
Okay.
in 1080. I can do it in 1080. I can't do it in
No,
4K. Oh,
it's
she's
okay.
over here just screaming at me. Let's see. Here we go.
Let's roll that clip.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Who used to say that, Bill?
Whose video is this?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, it
wow.
bottomed out.
Thought about getting the Trax Max, like the baby brother of the X Max.
Right.
I think you can get them for about 400 or 500. It's
Okay.
it's the batteries and the charger. You got to buy that. Well, they want you to buy Traxxas batteries and charger, which is like another $400. But if you already got a lipo charger, you can buy like regular lipos and just change the connectors on them.
I don't think mine had
Okay.
near that many flights, but I don't. It's just something that happens. I don't. It could just if anybody, if like Angel's not here, Caleb's not here, they could tell you how I am when I fly. So I probably am hearing it like 6 months before it's getting it bad, And I've had actually a couple of people go, "Well, Bill, I don't hear a thing." I'm like, "Come on now, you gotta hear that." you You're like, "I think you're just being paranoid, Bill." Okay, you're very welcome, bud. I don't mind showing that at all. I thought it was kind of cool.
That was Bud's video.
Yeah, that was Bud's video. Tried playing in the '90s. Still have a little bit of trouble with motion sickness, not near as much as I did when I was younger. Because it used to be, when I first started on YouTube, I would watch an FPV video and people would be doing that, and it was like,
Hmm. Wow. Yeah.
so but it doesn't bother me now. So anyway, it's kind of, but like I'm kind of like in the same boat as Dan Sampson is. I like cinematic FPV more than the flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. It's one thing if you're in competition and you're running gates or you're doing freestyle or something to get points, but
Hmm.
other than that, I like seeing like the cinematic FPV. I like being able to see one that you think he's gonna. There's no way in hell he's gonna make it, and then he pulls it out at the last second, or it looks like he's gonna hit the rock, and then you see him turn just a little bit right at the last second, and he misses it. I like that kind of
Hmm.
FPV. That's
Right.
the kind of thing I like. So, okay. So let's see. I had already given one leak on streaming, and I said Moana 2 just came out on Disney Plus today. What is it? Anora, I think is going to be on Hulu this Friday. If it's
I
not this
believe you're
Friday,
right.
if it's not this Friday, it will be the following Friday. We have Wicked coming up on Peacock at the end of the
Oh.
month.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of movies going to be coming
Lots
out.
to watch, huh?
So if you have your streaming stuff like Peacock, like we get Peacock free because we have the big internet. right? So we don't
Right.
have to pay for it. We get commercials, but it's okay. But so we get Peacock free. But let's see, is there anything else? Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
Coming in, rest well, my friend. Have a good one.
All
Bill,
right,
can I
Bob. Have a
can
good
can
night.
can I can I give you an update or whatever? I went to a minor league baseball game. I saw that not a preseason baseball game. I saw the Mets and Cardinals play today at somebody Bean Stadium, right not far from where I'm staying down here.
Oh,
And
very
the
cool.
Mets. I saw Juan Soto, the biggest free agent in the offseason, batted second for the Mets today. He played about
Ooh,
half the game.
that's kind of odd to do in the preseason. Maybe they're just trying to see. He's just trying to get into the defensive set and everything, and
Yeah.
get the calls and stuff. Get the.
We saw a lot of Mets stars today. Lindor played a lot. Pete Alonso played. Mets won 2-1. What's his name? Seth Lugo hit a home run in about the eighth inning. Is only a bat.
I like minor league baseball. I
It,
don't
it was
really
like
know
the
anybody
attendance.
in major league.
The attendance was like 5,800 people there at this
They're
preseason
building they're
ballpark.
building a new stadium for our
Oh,
semi pro team,
really?
or for
Okay.
our team. They're built right in the middle of town. They're actually closing down like three lumber yards, and they're going to turn that into the stadium and it's going to be like, I don't know, like right now I think it'll seat maybe 3,000. And I think this new
Okay.
stadium is going to be able to seat like 30,000 or 40,000.
Oh, wow.
I think maybe what they're planning to do is turn it into an outdoor concert venue
Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
season, possibly,
Yeah.
because the city it's going to be the city's park. But
Right.
what's so trippy, man, is the stadium's going to cost like, I think, $100 million, and the city of Everett's only got to put up 7, and then the Major League Baseball is going to put up the rest. I was
But I'm
like,
done. I'm done talking.
wow.
But I'm done talking sports. You don't have to leave.
Yeah,
Um,
fellas. More call tonight.
yeah. But I have a drone story too, Bill. So after the ball, well, I can't talk about the ball game. But after I went to the event today, on the way back, we stopped at the Burger Shack near Du Bois Park. So then we went down and sat at Du Bois Park around sunset, and I heard at first, actually my wife heard somebody was flying an FPV drone down around the beginning of the inlet. I could see it from a distance, but I couldn't tell who was flying or what drone it was. But I could hear it more than I could see it.
Awesome.
So maybe it's
Yeah.
a, what's the one that's loud? The Flip or the Neo's loud, right?
The
Yeah,
Avata.
but this was the Neo. They were flying the way it was too windy at this inlet. It couldn't have been the Neo.
It's probably
Oh,
I,
carbon.
really?
I think it was the carbon fiber. I think it was a home built
Oh,
drone.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my drone news of the day. Well,
Okay,
again, I'm
what
going to go.
about, okay, have you watched anything streaming? I know you're down there.
Yeah,
Have you,
I'm trying to finish up shows. We finished up this show on Apple TV about Prime Target. It's about this guy, the mathematician that
yeah,
figured out a key
yeah.
that could unlock every security thing. So we finished out that. That was good, not great. It was good, and
Uh-huh.
we're still trying to finish Paradise. I think we got another episode or two coming. So just trying to finish things out, but haven't started anything new yet. A lot of new stuff's available. Did you see what's the show about the kind of like the zombies is based on a video game? That's the trailer's out
The
for
Last
already.
of Us.
The Last of Us is coming back like
What did you
next
say,
month.
Randy?
The
The
Last of
Last
Us.
of Us. Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's, yeah, the
Oh, that's
second part,
great. That's one
part
of the
coming
best things
out.
going.
Well,
Yeah.
we're okay, bud. We do this towards the end of the night. We go squirrel. That's that's one of our big claims to fame is squirrel madness here on Drone Therapy, because you never know, because we're, well, not Randy, but me and Ron are a little bit older, so sometimes our mind will wander over there.
Hey, mine does that more than it should.
But I like trying to give people an idea of what we're streaming, what we might be watching, and what something I wanted to bring up. 1923 is back.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
it is.
prequel to the Yellowstone series
Yeah.
with Harrison Ford and, God, I can see her face.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, yes. And is she a dom? They might be a dom.
I
Isn't
don't
she or
know.
is she?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe,
know.
maybe,
Okay.
Fellas, I'm
maybe.
Maybe,
gonna
maybe.
head out. I'm can't hold my eyes open right
All
now.
right. Thank you very
It,
much, Randy. You have a
good
good
night,
one, and we
Randy.
will
Thank
see
you.
you next
We'll
week.
see you next week.
Have a good
All
one,
right, guys.
buddy.
I'll
See
see
you
you later.
then.
Have a good night.
Okay, so let's see. So anyway, let's see. So that's back on.
And the original Yellowstone ended. They had their final season
Yep, it's
a
all
little
done
while
and
back.
done.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'll invite you in sometime. Um,
yeah.
let's see
But when
what
you
else.
come in, we're going to talk sports and TV shows.
No, we can talk about drones and stuff. I don't mind. I'm trying to
Hey,
think.
Grumpy confirmed she is a dame.
She is a dom. Okay, yes. So she's been
Dom,
knighted
dom.
by the queen. I haven't. Has Charles knighted anybody yet? Haven't heard that. I don't know.
Well, Charles is a busy man.
I know a lot of people are going, "What the fuck is a dom?"
Yeah. They'll say, who's Charles?
Yeah. Yeah, who's Charles? The King
Does
of
Charles fly
England.
drone? They probably think he's some new guy flying drones.
Yeah, exactly. Who are they talking about? King Charles? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think. Severance. Severance is
Severance
always
is
a great,
starting.
great
Yeah.
show to keep up with. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
think if there's any new movie.
Reacher, Jack Reacher is one of the
Oh,
top shows that's
Reacher,
streaming
man,
now. Yeah.
Reacher.
Yeah.
This season of Reacher, I'm
No,
not
no,
gonna lie.
those spoilers, I haven't started yet. I'm waiting.
Did you watch the first season or the first two seasons?
I've watched the first two seasons. I've watched season one twice. We watched season one, season two, then we went back and rewatched season one again.
Okay. Okay. Then I've been keeping up with it. I'm not.
Yeah.
My wife is a lot like you. She likes to binge them at the end. I
Yeah.
don't mind
Yeah.
watching them week to week because I grew up watching week to week TV shows.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I,
Yeah.
I always grew up with Batman leaving me in a cliffhanger.
Yeah. I mean, usually lots of times these Reacher seasons, we watch them in 1 week or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we
Well,
just watch them
my
every
wife and
night.
I have been known sometimes, like we'll go lay down, like about 7 or 8 o'clock and kind of chill out, and then because I don't usually put my daughter to bed until like 9 or something like that. So and
Hmm.
we'll start, and we'll start like I say, this is like be 8 o'clock, and she'll load one up, and then we'll watch that one and be like, wow, man, I can't believe it, can you believe that? And then we'll load up another one, and then and then I'll go ahead and put her to bed, and we'll keep watching more. And next thing you know, we'll look at each other and go, oh my god, it's 1 in the morning. We've already watched 8 episodes.
Yeah. Yep, that happens, Bill. That happens.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've done that before,
Yep.
but we were like that with Gold Rush when we were trying to catch up. If anybody's not seen Gold
Okay.
Rush, it's a really cool
Yeah,
show to
you were
watch.
telling us about it. Yeah, I didn't get. I
Well,
still haven't had a
Parker's in
chance.
deep doo doo this season, man.
Uh-oh.
He's
Uh-oh.
spent all kinds of money, and it don't look like he's gonna make it back.
Oh
Because the
boy.
sad thing is, they ain't showing him as much as they normally do.
Mm.
Hey, thank you very much, Warren. You have a good night.
Good night,
Hello,
Warren.
Herman. Glad to see you come in.
Hey, Herman. I didn't see you in there.
Yeah, he popped in just a little bit, probably about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's see. And so you haven't been streaming anything. Is there anything that you have upcoming on your channel, or something that you've heard that's about to be released that you're looking forward to?
My channel, I'm about to release. The Pocket 3 got that firmware update where it's got the medium tele lens on now. You can go in twice and not lose any image quality. So I've got a video showing a lot of examples of the medium tele versus just the regular whatever so people can see for themselves whether they think it really is lossless or not. So I've got a video on that. It's coming out soon. I just released a Mavic, a Mavic, an Air 3S video, like a cinematic early morning flight at Du Bois Park in the Jupiter Lighthouse.
Something I wanted
So
to bring up. Remember when I made the joke last week? I said that I checked what YouTube told me the views were. Remember the view total?
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah, 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 yeah,
right now
yeah.
it says I have 102, and I bet you all money that by Sunday last week I would be between 60 and 70 views. And it said to begin with I had 25 viewers. Remember, 25 continuously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then you go back and look at it now, and you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna show you this. This is funny. And I predicted this. And what's funny is it happens to me every week. Like you can see, and I don't know why. And I tried to talk to YouTube about it, and I ended up speaking to AI. Not a
Oh,
real person, but AI. And I
yeah,
was just like, oh, never mind. This is a waste.
yeah.
So anyway, so let me get back over here. I was going to share that. I got to share this. And we'll make this kind of a funny laugh for the end. Remember what I said? Remember? Because at the end of last week, it was 25 viewers and 102
I'm
views.
in two.
And I predicted it was going to show probably like between 10 and 15 viewers and between 60 and 70 views. Okay, here we go. Add the scene. And this is what said happened on last week's show. 71 views and 13 concurrent viewers.
Oh, wow, wow.
Right
Yeah,
now,
we're
it's
yeah.
saying that we had 100 views tonight. I guarantee
Okay.
you by Sunday, it'll say I had 65 and I had 8 people watching.
The
And this
disappearing
happens to me.
viewers.
It doesn't matter. It happens every single week on Sunday like clockwork. Never
Wow,
fails. And I'm
wow.
like, okay, guys, I get that you all don't want me to produce YouTube videos. I ain't
Yeah,
going nowhere though. I enjoy doing this, even if
yeah,
it's for people.
yeah. That's crazy.
I,
I gotta check to see if the same thing happened to
I
my
just thought
live
it was funny,
streams.
man, because
Yeah.
sometimes I will. Let me get back over here and pull it out properly. Sometimes I will actually lose as many as 50 to 75 views in 1 week. And
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out. I get that YouTube is, you know, is kind of strapped for cash, I guess. But I was assuming since they have all these fantastic algorithms that, their computers would normally be up to snuff enough to decide whether I had a view or didn't have a view within, an hour after I finished streaming.
Right,
God
right.
forbid, I don't know why it takes them an extra 5 days to figure out, God, no, take 50 views away.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
100
yeah,
views away.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
why does it
yeah.
take the extra 5 days to decide, you know what, let's just take 50 views. Screw it.
Yeah, and who
This week, let's only take 75. I don't understand.
who's that poor guy that got to come 5 days later and take the views away?
I don't. Well,
Yeah,
this is really weird because, like I said, it would be different if it happened kind of, but it's like clockwork. And then like afterwards, it'll say I've had 103, and then I guaranteed by like I said by Sunday, at least 30 to 40 of those, maybe as many as 50, will be gone. And I'm like, I don't
poof,
understand
poof.
how YouTube's computer is like, how do I get them extra 50 views? No,
You
I
should
don't
try a
even,
different approach. You should contact YouTube and say somebody's stealing my views.
well, I don't
My
think they're
views are being
stealing them.
stolen.
I think it's like, when back in the day when you were trying to roll back your odometer so they didn't think it
Yeah,
had
yeah,
rolled
yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Remember
Uh, yeah,
you would jack
yeah,
it up and put it in reverse.
yeah. And what's the point of anyways? Whether you had 100 or 60, whatever, it's not like they're paying you any more money. They're
Yeah,
paying
I
you
don't
less
make any
money.
money, and I'm just like, why do you wait
What?
5 days,
Yeah,
man?
yeah. It's not like
Just
they're
tell me
saving
straight
money.
off the
What's
bat,
the
you only
trouble?
had 14 viewers and you got 25 views. Great. Then if I got views after that, I would feel better. But what sucks is every Sunday I can wake up and see it go boom. And I
Right,
don't
right,
get it, man. Anyway,
right.
okay, so you got some stuff coming out on your video on your channel.
Yeah.
You haven't been able to watch any streaming, which is okay.
Well, I said we're trying to. I like Paradise. I'm trying to finish up Paradise. It's got. I think it's at episode 8. Probably one came tonight.
Hmm.
So I don't know how many episodes it's
I'm
going to
not
be, but
sure if you said Paradise
Paradise. It's on. I think Amazon. I'm not sure where
on
it's on,
Prime.
but
Okay, Paradise, and
I'm
it's a
I'm not I'm
series.
not sure where it's on, but
My wife would probably know about it.
yeah.
So anyway, but
It's
with
kind
that
it's
being
kind of a
said,
sh-
well,
it's
go
kind
ahead.
of a show where they kind of a little bit of a sci-fi. They have to go underground because of a natural disaster. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
all
yeah, yeah,
society has moved into a cave underground,
yeah, yeah. And but is it
and
K? And then there's
the president gets shot.
what's the other? Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she does. Anyway, hopefully, since because it's been really slow, in the drone community. So hopefully something will come up and give, because I know Ron looks for stuff to talk about on Mondays too, and hopefully we'll come up with something to do next Wednesday too. I
Well,
don't know for sure.
why don't we, next Wednesday? Well, all the why don't we talk a little bit about Skydio setting out those press kits with the 5G chip in it tracking people?
But
That's kind of
I don't.
that's kind of been a hot story.
But yeah, but Skydio is with the government anyway. No matter what, who's in charge, they're always going to
Yeah,
be in there kissing and rubbing, and they don't
right,
want DJI here. So,
right.
but I think wouldn't it? It's just so they're going to track people all over the place. I don't. So,
Well,
who are they
it's
sending these
already
kits to?
10:04, so we'll save it for another show
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll see you next week. Live long and
next
prosper.
week.
And we'll thank you very much for sticking with us this long. Bye bye.